We all know what homelessness looks like. To be honest, we've probably all felt that sense of being overwhelmed by this issue that seems so much larger than any one of us here in Los Angeles. In the Missional Engagement Ministry at Bel Air Church, we hope to give you eyes to see, the ability to engage. We don't want to show you the issue of homelessness. We want to bring you the people who are in certain circumstances of being homeless, and to let you see with fresh eyes that these circumstances can be changed just like that by God.
I think some of the things that would surprise people about the homeless is that everyone that's homeless is not a drug addict, is not a criminal. In fact, the vast majority of them are not. But the majority of people that are experiencing homeless right now are people that have fell into homelessness through unemployment. You know, nothing that they did directly that contributed to their homeless.
Homelessness is feeling lost, feeling without hope, and not having a divine path for your future.
Homelessness is mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bankruptcy.
Just being isolating yourself from people, just embarrassment, being shamed.
When I am alone, or when I am alone, and when I am alone, give me Jesus.
I was very gainfully employed, loving what I was doing. I was married, I owned a home. You know, I had what looked like a normal life. I came home one day and I was really hurting because I had done a lot of physical work. And my husband, he gave me an extra strength Vicodin. I could not go without it. I had taken to sleeping behind dumpsters, sleeping underneath park benches so that no one would see me and attack me. Ann Douglas Center saved my life. I would have been on the streets and I would have been dead.
I had used methamphetamine for almost 23 years. In January of 2008, I had went to jail. So that was my third time going to jail. And during that time, I had asked God, you know, help me. I want help, I want to change, but I just didn't know how to change on my own. So my mom said it was God's divine intervention of going to the Ann Douglas Center. Transportation came and picked me up from the jail, took me to the Ann Douglas Center. When you first go down into the boutique, you'll first encounter Miss Gwen.
When a woman gets a new pair of clothes, first she take a nice hot shower, then she get a new pair of clothes and a new pair of shoes. She'd be so happy and she'd just be so appreciative.
I was able to get this, this very nice cashmere cape. I still have that cape to this very day.
And I ended up in Los Angeles. I went through all my savings and I ended up on the streets. I had been wandering the streets and I had an out-of-body experience with the Lord, and He brought me to the doors of the mission. And I was sitting in the audience in a chair, and across the stage was a sign and it said "Start Over With Us," and it lit up like a blaze. And then I just heard my name, Troy Vaughn. And so I went to the window, and a gentleman by the name of Roger Father Marshall came to the window and he says, "Why should I let you in this program?" I said, "Because if you don't, I'm gonna die."
Out there in the world, not knowing where to go, what to do, what to think, how to take care of myself. And the Ann Douglas Center did, and Gretchen and Bel Air did.
Sometimes people ask me how my life has been transformed by going to the Ann Douglas Center for these 24 years. The answer is greatly. When you go there and you see this, you realize that we have a God who loves us, who's compassionate, who cares about us, who has His hand on us, who will lead someone out of terrible addiction or a terrible circumstance.
If we didn't have volunteers, the impact on the staff would be overwhelming. It's that first smile, that warm touch that people need. And when we have people that are infused with the power of Christ, that are there to meet people at their greatest moment of need, that's everything.
Donating to the Ann Douglas, it's more than just a donation that comes in. You're giving hope and value back to a person that is going to receive that.
We get to come to work and serve. And God said in his own words that there was no greater thing to be that one is called to serve. So I think the mission represents that. It represents the hope and the possibility that life is worth saving, that a life is worth being transformed.
You can't have all this world. Give me